One of my go-to breakfasts when I was a kid was vegetarian beehoon, and I feel that most stalls nowadays they just use factory-made products. I think it's so important to know how exactly things are made, so I think a video would be really illuminating to really show the processes behind it. In this video, I'll show you how to prepare 5 components from scratch: the fried beehoon, the char siu, the black fungus rolls, the stir-fried cabbage or lettuce, as well as the mock goose. Mock goose is actually really straightforward. We just have to prepare a seasoning liquid, some sugar, some 5-spice powder, some oyster sauce, some sesame oil, some light soy sauce, and some water. So you just mix everything together until it's well combined. Pour it out into a plate, and you just want to dip your beancurd skins into it until the beancurd skins fully rehydrate, kind of like when you're making tiramisu. Now you want to roughly cut them up into rectangles and stack them on top of each other so that you'll have approximately 5 layers for each mock goose. Just to make sure that the layers don't separate during the frying process, just take a satay stick and thread through the whole beancurd skin. You want to bake it in a very low oven just to set the shape, and then just remove the satay stick. Deep fry over low heat until it's golden brown on all sides. Now for the wheat gluten, you only need 2 ingredients, flour and some water. Once a shaggy dough is formed, you can cover it with some water and let it rest for a while. So our goal is to have just pure gluten, and so what we want to do is to get rid of starch by washing the dough in the water. After washing a few times, the water should look like rice water, not as milky as before, and the dough should resemble a lump of cloth. Now we're just going to cut the gluten in 2. We're going to use half of it for the char siu and half of it for the fungus rolls. So stretch out one piece into a long rope, and then you want to just twist it and then tie a knot. Repeat the process another 1 or 2 times until you get a ball, and then you want to cook it in some water with some lemongrass stalks. When the ball floats, that means that the gluten is cooked through, so just transfer it to some cool water to just cool down, and then you can just unravel the thing to form a long rope. Now to coat the char siu, we're going to use a combination of red wine leaves to give it that red color, as well as some seasoning agents such as stalk and oyster sauce. The gluten is already cooked, so we just need to seal in the color. So we just deep fry the char siu at a low temperature. For the black fungus rolls, you just want to flatten out the other piece of gluten and top it with some rehydrated black fungus. Roll it into a log, and you just want to tie it with some string so that it doesn't open up when you steam it. So you want to steam it for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the gluten is completely cooked and springy, and you can just remove the string and cut it into slices. When we made the mock goose earlier, you should have some seasoning liquid left over. So you just want to put that in a pot with your sliced fungus rolls and just add some dark soy sauce for a little bit more color. For the cabbage, you just want to stir fry it in a wok with some minced garlic and some soy sauce, and that is it. Now wash your wok, and we're just going to fry some onions and garlic in oil. So add some water to the wok, and we're going to season it with some light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, some salt and some sugar. So now you want to add your soaked and drained beehoon to the pot. You just want to cook until all the liquid evaporates and the noodles are completely cooked. And then you just want to top it with your bean sprouts. You want to add this at the last minute so that they stay crisp. Now after all that hard work, we are ready to sit down to a plate of beehoon. So just fill your plate with beehoon to begin with. And then you want to top it with your vegetarian char siu, your sliced fungus rolls, some of the cabbage that you cooked earlier. You want to add some sambal as well if you like spice. And then you want to top the whole thing with the crispy goose.